Alright, I'm back. We got a shaverage today. We got Living House, beer company, Frank, Mexican lager. Got a nice lowrider, some palm trees in the sunset there. Nice label, kind of a distressed white background. Let's see what we got here. Beer for life. The world provides us with opportunities for lived experiences every day, and we make beer precisely for those moments. Frank, sometimes I don't speak right, but yet I know what I'm talking about. Alright, we got a Mexican lager with prominent notes of orange, honey, and herbal. 5.2 ABV right there. And it looks like it's out of Portland, Oregon. That's the stats. Let's see what it tastes like. Yeah, that's a crispy boy. Yeah, you definitely get Mexican lager vibes right off the rip. I get a little herbal finish for sure. I'm gonna have to look a little bit closer for orange and honey though. That might be a stretch. Alright, I can get the honey, but not so much in sweetness, more so when honey itself gets a little floral and herbal. I can get that. Orange, not so much. I mean, maybe like orange, not even. Yeah, not so much on the orange. Good refreshing beer though. Alright, today we're using a sample. Another sample that was sent by Chris from Lather Yeti. Bing, bang, boom. This one is BBS Soap Company, Susanoo, in the Kronos 2.1 tallow base. This is a little 3D printed sample holder that Chris made. Pretty cool and smart. I used about half of the sample, maybe a little bit more than half. I like to load heavy on soap bases that I've never used before, just to give them a fair chance. I didn't use the whole sample because of my brush choice. It's a smaller knot, you know what I mean? Using the whole sample might have been overkill. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can see that nice curl that can't even hold its own weight because the lather's so hydrated. You can kind of see that sheen go across the light, go across the top of that lather. Very good looking lather. We're using the Thirsty Badger shaving bowl today. Got a very nice lather whipped up here. Let's see if I can get another curl and just demonstrate. There we go. Maybe if I got even more. You can see it can't even hold its own weight because of how hydrated the lather is. I just love that right there. Oh, and then the brush. I probably introduced the brush. We got the Thäter Badger brush right there. Simplistic, basic bitch handle, but also classic and timeless. And a nice, tiny badger knot on top. You know, back in the day, I probably knew exactly what it was, but not this time. And then we got this beauty right here. This is a vintage Gillette Slim Adjustable that got a nice little facelift by North Shore Razors. I believe they called this one like a Cuban cigar or something paint job, but it's supposed to be rose gold and charcoal. Very, very nice job. You know, perfect finish on this damn thing. Oh, damn. My phone is slipping a little bit. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. The blade we got loaded up in here is a Wizamet. I marked it once with a marker. So this has already got one use on it. Well, this is simply not going to do. This thing can't be sliding during my entire shave. Let's see if I can find a way to... I don't know if that came across. I don't know if that fucked anything up, but still working on the phone mount. All right, let's get this shave going. I have who knows how many days of what's it called, growth, like at least 4. I kept saying, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, and then I just never got around to it until today, Juneteenth. And even today, I'm pretty tired right now. Yesterday I got off work at 5:30, came home, ate, showered, and went straight to sleep because I had to get up at 1 a.m. So that I could be at work by 2 for some holiday overtime, which was I volunteered for, but still, it it definitely seemed like a good idea beforehand. But once the time to wake up came a hand, I no longer thought it was a good idea. I was like, God damn, I'm an idiot. I was like, I'm so fucking tired right now. I didn't sleep very well. And then, not a lot of people volunteered for the shift that I went in on. So all the work was divvied up between me and one other lady. So yeah, at the post office in the warehouse. Normally we both work retail, but we're not completely strangers to the warehouse side. Everybody kind of starts in the warehouse and then you work your way out. Unless you're a carrier, in which case, start as a carrier, you stay as a carrier. A little bit about the soap here. BBS Soap Company, $28.99 for 4.5 ounces. Again, this is a tallow soap, which comes out to $6.44 per ounce. On the higher side, I'm going to add even more water to this. Now that I got it on the neck, I feel like I can add even more. So that's what I'm going to do. Just going to paint a little bit more in here. Even with only using half of that sample, I produced plenty of lather with this old Badger brush here. It whipped up pretty effortlessly. It was definitely a thirsty soap. I just, kept adding water just over and over. To the point I kind of like built the desired volume. I was like, that amount of volume will get it done. Now let's just keep hydrating until I like it, until it looks where I like it. And real easy to dial in. Took just a gang of water. So that's good on that front. Easy to work with. Took a lot of water. Looks real dense and creamy. No issues there. Alright, let's get this shave started. Haven't used this old razor in a while, but it was always an enjoyable shave, from what I can remember. The scent on Susanoo, I hope I'm even saying that right, is inspired by Rosa Elysium, which is, a high-end fragrance for men. It might be unisex, who the fuck knows. We got top notes of grapefruit, lemon, lime, bergamot, thyme, artemisia. Mid notes of vetiver, juniper berries, black currant, apple, cedar, pink pepper, cypriol oil, rose, lily of the valley, and jasmine. And then base notes of ambergris, leather, vanilla, benzoin, and labdanum. They definitely threw the kitchen sink at this one. It smells great though. To me, this is a fresh boy scent, which just means it's a freshie. It's clean, bright. Pretty much enjoyable to probably everybody. Like, it's You could wear this one year round. You could wear it on a date. You could wear it to the office. It's just inoffensive. Very, kind of a no-brainer grab if you just needed something to throw on and didn't want to think too hard about it. Good residual slickness there. Alright. The way... Let's take a deeper smell here. I hope this doesn't become a theme of this shave, that it just keeps sliding down the screen. You know, I was doing good for a couple shaves in a row there, but it seems like my woes, my phone stand woes, continue. Scent strength's about mid. I wouldn't give it much more than that. I definitely pick up that medley of citrus quite easily. All those citruses on the top notes. As well as some of the florals. I wouldn't say it's overly floral. I would say it's a nice combo between the florals and citruses. Definitely doesn't lean feminine. I would say this could easily be unisex. It just smells good, you know what I mean? Very little blade feel on the razor. I wouldn't say it's devoid of blade feel, but low blade feel. Alright, first pass went well. Let's go ahead and load up for pass 2. Damn, this is gonna annoy the hell out of me. I'm sorry, guys. I had a couple good shaves. I thought we were kind of out of the woods. I thought I figured out this suction cup thing, but apparently I'm gonna have to go back to one of the older styles. Or Ken Shave Through 326 told me just use a soap dish, which he must have had a soap dish with some sort of suction cup or adhesive on the back to be at the correct height. And I did have something like that previously, and I talked about it on another video. It had an adhesive rather than a suction cup, and that one worked great. So I might have to go back to something like that. The only problem was that it didn't last forever. Like if you took the mount off, put it on, took the mount off, the adhesive slowly kind of wore away. Actually kind of like peeled away. It was kind of weird. Anyways, I'll figure that out eventually. It was only like 15 bucks on Amazon or something like that. Yeah, as far as the BBS soaps go, I think good stuff. I mean, for that price point, it better be, right? I've seen the artwork on some of their labels, and their art design is kind of all over the place. However, I like some, I dislike some. I guess that's just kind of the way it goes. You don't shave with the artwork, but you know us with our shave of the day photos and everything. It's kind of nice to have a label that you like. And it's hot in here. I don't know if you can tell, but it is hot in this bathroom. I turned the AC on, but apparently I didn't give it enough time to get the room cool before I started this shave. Yeah, that ain't bad. It has been getting hot around here. Like, Definitely in the 90s. I don't think we've cracked 100 yet, thankfully, but it's been getting hot in central Washington, that's for damn sure. We got fires left, right, and center in Washington, as always. Ooh, dropped the razor there. That could have been bad. I think my skin stretching hand was coming across and like just karate chopped the razor out of my hand. Anyways, no harm, no foul. I kind of do these short strokes right at the beard line to kind of feel where that line really starts. Then once I define the line, I do the long strokes, and it seems to work well for me. It also helps to kind of make sure I'm using the right shaving angle. This razor does have a pretty decent, what I call sweet spot. Like, the sweet spot is the area in which that shaving angle will feel comfortable and shave comfortably. Some razors have a really narrow sweet spot, and others have a very forgiving sweet spot. You know what I mean? You just gotta kind of, each razor's different, and you gotta kind of figure it out. This one's got a decent sweet spot. I wouldn't say it's ultra forgiving, but it's got a decent sweet spot. All right. I'll say we just about got her. All right. That'll do there. Let's go ahead and rinse off a little bit, and then we'll get to this aftershave. Since this was a sample, I didn't have the matching aftershave, so I just chose another fresh cologne-y fragrance. I went with Shannon Soap's F-Mel, which is a Mel from BBS collaboration with Shannon Soaps, and F-Mel is inspired by Ferragamo F Black, I believe, or Ferragamo Black, something like that. Another, you know, really nice cologne-y, bright fragrance, so that'll pair nicely with this. We got the Lancaster Razor Works Black Sheep Towel. Woo. This one kind of left my skin red, kind of like when I use heavy menthol, but there definitely was no menthol in this one, and there definitely was no like frag burn or irritation or anything like that. So the performance on that Chronos 2.1, good shit. I liked it. I don't know if it's better or worse than, you know, stuff that's $1 or $2 per ounce cheaper, but it's definitely good stuff. Can't argue that. All right, we got the splash right here. Let's see. Make sure we got the orientation right. Got the ingredients right there for you. Let's give this a good shake. Make sure we got those ingredients incorporated. We got a nice industry standard quality restrictor. No shit strictors here. Hit the cheeks first. No stinging, no irritation. On the neck, no stinging, no irritation. This alcohol aftershave? Alcohol-free witch hazel. I am a fan of a witch hazel aftershave. No stinging on this. I don't know if that's normal or not, but and this stuff smells great. Just gonna rub the residual on my forearms, get that scent bubble completed. Alright guys, that'll do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed the shave, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.